Hi, I'm Ava, and these are 10 items I assembled from my kitchen that are good and bad examples of the focus process. We're going to begin with message. So for the Starbucks product, this is a bad example because although you can see it's a Starbucks product, it's clear that there are too many random elements and fonts going on. You can't really tell what type of coffee it is. I mean, it says Pike Place Roast, but what does that mean? And because the placement of the elements is random, the message just isn't clear. And then you have this Dunkin' Donuts bag, which clearly says Dunkin' Donuts. It has a simplistic design, says French vanilla straight to the point, so this is a great example of message. Then we have good and bad examples of alignment. Knorr is a bad example of alignment because the package is somewhat flush left. There's a random space on the left side. There are many different fonts, types, sizes going on, so everything is really just all over the place. And the chicken design and packaging overall is unappealing, so this is a poor example of alignment. Then you have this sweet potato and pumpkin bisque soup from Stop and Shop. So this is a great example of alignment because everything is flush left. You see the logo from the type from top to bottom. Everything is nicely aligned with a nice photo of the soup. And then we have good and bad examples of asymmetry. So the Bisquick is a bad example of asymmetry because it lacks balance because the bottom image of the pancakes is bigger than the top, and there's poor visibility of the supporting images on the right side. I mean, it's a baking mix, but they just don't do the product package justice. Krusteaz is a great example of asymmetry because you can clearly see that it says Krusteaz, butter and milk, light and fluffy, and the photo of the pancakes is not only very appealing, it's very appetizing. And then we have good and bad examples of Gestalt. This Siracha bottle is a bad example of Gestalt because there are many random bursts of facts going on with many random elements. It's confusing because it's in both Chinese and English. You don't understand what the rooster really signifies, so with so much going on, there really isn't any unity. This bottle is a great example of Gestalt because you can see that it's a new Heinz gravy because there's a call-out message. It has simple sketching and fonts with a bolded Heinz logo, gives more of an upscale feeling, and everything is unified with the gold border. Then we have good and bad examples of communication. So Knorr is really not a good example of communication because there are numerous words and messages going on. There's poor design. It's not simple, and because so many things are being said, you can't tell what it's communicating. Then we have Near East, which is a great example of communication because it just says rice pilaf mix original. It gets straight to the point. There's a nice use of white space, and it's a very elegant box, but it just tells you what you're looking for immediately. So overall, these are 10 good and bad examples of the visual focus process. The focus process has 5 different phases and 15 principles together. You have formulate, which is message, audience, and sketches. Organize for shape, proximity, and alignment. Contrast for asymmetry, value, color. Unify for repetition, rhythm, and Gestalt. And finally, simplify for evaluation, elimination, and communication.